Hey everybody, Greg Rice here in the Bucket, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and a topic today that I've come into twice this week, a very sad topic, but it's one that should be discussed, and it's what happens when you inherit properties. This week I dealt with, who I've been dealing with for a couple of years now, a wonderful woman and her husband who tragically lost their son, and their son had built up quite a remarkable portfolio in a short amount of time. Son was close to my age, and he passed away tragically and unexpectedly. And what happened was his parents were left as the executors for his portfolio, for his properties. And they were involved with some of the functions, but did not expect to be appointed as the new property manager, the new landlord on all accounts and all fronts. So they sat down in the office with me and Jacob, our leasing director, and they said, what should we do? What do you think we should do? And I said, well, it comes down to what your goals are. And that's the point of this video. What do you do? What do you do in that situation? Do you sell the property and cash out and take the lump sum? Or do you hone in on it? Do you hire a manager like us? And you create and build and carry on the legacy. And ultimately they chose to carry on their son's legacy, which in my opinion is 1,000% the right answer in many regards. What you need to consider though is, what do you want for your life? What do you want to leave behind? What is important to you now? If you inherit a property, a single family, okay, I don't want to rent it. The mortgage is this, the rent's going to be that. I don't want to deal with even with a manager. I don't want to. Just get rid of it. Give me the cash. Give me the $200,000. Give me the $100,000. To me, that makes sense. If it wasn't meant to be a rental property, that should be the clear distinction to help you, push you, and nudge you in the direction that is the right answer. And in my opinion, if you inherit a single family, dump it. The market's great. You can take that cash. It's going to take a long time for the rental income to make sense and to hit that cross-section point where you would get the same amount as if you sold it. It'd probably take you 10, 15, 20 years. Who knows? But if it's a multi-family rental property, even a two-family, that rental income coming in every month, the appreciation of the property, the leverage you have, the ability to take money out, okay, essentially lending yourself to grow more or to get in other ventures or to buy your RV that you always wanted, whatever. The rental properties you should hold. You should find a manager, you should hold them, you should let those sail you into the sunset. And in this case, this woman and her husband had a couple dozen units that their son had acquired, which is remarkable, totally remarkable. So if you cash out on those couple dozen units, maybe you get $2 million. You pay off all the mortgages. Maybe the mortgages are $1.5 million. I don't know. You end up with $500,000. Okay, good chunk of dough. Now you have a tax liability. Now you want to reinvest. What do? Or you spend it all. Start going to Target every day. Start going to Home Goods. Start renovating your house. You go on a vacation. You buy the RV. You got a boat maybe. Now you're down to $100,000. Oh, your car. You bought a new. Oh, now you're down to $50,000. Oh, Sally school. Then you spent the $50,000. Now you got no money and no properties. Now you're back to square one, and you're a working man or you're a working woman. The rental properties are going to give you that buffer. They're going to give you that safety, that security, and you're still going to be able to have those finer things. Don't get me wrong. You can still do those things, but you don't give up what's going to finance those good things. If it's the boat you want, you finance the boat. The boat costs you $2,000 a month. Okay, you got 20 units. Maybe you raise the rent on everybody $100. There's your $2,000. You have the ability to carve that out, to create that. Nobody else on the planet has that ability except rental property owners. So the leverage, the opportunity, the legacy, the purpose, the network, there's so much positivity that comes from a rental property that it's a shame. It's a shame when people just take it, they sell it, they be done with it. To me, that's the easy way out, and you're not getting your money's worth. You're essentially taking that property to the pawn shop and saying, give me 10 cents on the dollar of what it will be worth and what it will make for me over 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Just let me cash it out now. Let me get my annuity. Let me pay 40% in taxes to the government. Just give it to me. I don't want to let it mature. I don't want to let it grow because I don't want to be bothered. People like us take the place of I don't want to be bothered. I don't want problems. I don't want to deal with tenants. That's what we're here for. And yes, we cost money. It's a deduction, but it's an investment in your time. It's an investment in your sanity. And it's an investment in your financial security for your future. It is an absolute no-brainer. If you inherit properties, please highly consider keeping the multis, sell the single. Simple as that. But again, it comes down to your goals. What are your goals? What do you need now? And everybody's different. But that should be your general rule of thumb. Properties win 99% of the time. Everything out there, everything that's being sold, bought, traded, improved, advanced, modified, everything in the world that is for sale is great. But it all comes back to housing, and it always will. It always will come back to housing. COVID, I thought, was going to decapitate our industry. Most landlords got stronger. Rents got higher. They got paid. Values went up. Rates went down. Refinancing. The worst thing that ever happened in my lifetime to humanity boosted our industry. Artificial or not, it was boosted. Who else can say that? It is so well insulated, so well protected, so well diversified, and so well understood by the government. The government doesn't need to be taught or sold. It's not like you're selling vapor pens, going in front of committees saying, yeah, this is a good product for humanity. The government already knows about housing. They subsidize housing. They have a vested interest in housing across each and every community in the entire country. So what you're selling, renting, is 100% what they know people are buying and need to buy. So capitalize on that. Grow that. Don't throw it away to go in some fund that your buddy knows gets you 9%. You don't have to do anything. Don't do that. Don't be lazy with your legacy. That's the point. Once again, Greg Rice here in the bucket. Your property and your legacy manager.